In a world saturated with textbooks and documentaries, there exists a treasure trove of untold stories, concealed within the frames of forgotten photographs. These are the snapshots that never made it into your history books, the images that challenge our understanding of the past and reshape the way we view the world. From the heart-pounding moments that changed the course of nations to the intimate, behind-the-scenes glimpses of famous figures at their most vulnerable, these photos will leave you in awe. Join us as we uncover 100 hidden, shocking historical photos that will shatter your perception of the past. Number 100. Einstein's defiance at Lincoln University. In 1946, Albert Einstein challenged the prevailing racial norms of the era when he visited Lincoln University, Pennsylvania, the first degree-granting black college in the United States, to impart his wisdom. Number 99. Lincoln's funeral procession. On April 25, 1865, a photograph was captured depicting the solemnity of President Lincoln's funeral procession as it solemnly traversed the streets of New York City, a heartbreaking moment in history. Number 98. Monarch's early years. In 1873, the future King Victor Emmanuel III of Italy, later known for his hesitant and indecisive rule, is depicted holding a portrait of his grandfather, Victor Emmanuel II, amidst an era marked by political turmoil and instability. Number 97. Youthful Germans enlisting. In the year 1916, young Germans had the opportunity to volunteer for a one-year commitment, financing their military education upon acceptance. Several patriotic Germans availed themselves of this opportunity to dedicate themselves in service to their nation. Number 96. Infants enforced outdoor rest. In the late 1950s to the 1970s, the Soviet Union, presently Russia, implemented a regimen where infants were deliberately exposed to the elements for improved immune system development through outdoor slumber, embracing the benefits of fresh air and natural sunlight. Number 95. Holocaust relics. This heart-rending photograph captures a myriad of wedding rings, meticulously extracted by the Nazis from Holocaust victims before their execution, serving as enduring symbols of a tragic chapter in history. Number 94. DW2 U.S. Army nurses sunbathing. In 1945, a cohort of dedicated U.S. Army nurses sought solace in a moment of respite, basking in the sun alongside a formidable 40mm anti-aircraft gun on a Coast Guard-manned troop transport en route to the United States. Number 93. Civil War Mass. In this rare 1861 battlefield photograph, a Catholic priest solemnly conducts Mass in a makeshift tent, offering spiritual solace to Irish Union soldiers during the Civil War. Number 92. Young newsboy amidst closed Seattle theater. A poignant scene from 1918 as theater succumbs to Mayor Ola Hansen's edict against public gatherings during the Spanish flu pandemic, reshaping the city's cultural landscape. Number 91. Assassination of Reinhard Heydrich. In the annals of history, on May 27, 1942, an audacious act unfolded. The assassination of Reinhard Heydrich, the principal architect of the Holocaust, meticulously executed by Josef Gabčík and Jan Kubis in the city of Prague. Number 90. Inhumane WW2 atrocity. Japanese soldiers employing blindfolded Sikh captives as targets during the 1942 Battle of Singapore, exemplifying barbarous treatment of prisoners of war by Japan. Number 89. Military service by animals. This donkey's contribution to warfare underscores the historical use of various animals in combat, with some even receiving commendations and medals for their exceptional service. Number 88. Defiant stand against Nazi ideology. In a remarkable June 1936 photograph, August Friedrich Landmesser, displaying unwavering resolve, steadfastly abstains from engaging in the Nazi salute, symbolizing his profound resistance to the prevailing ideology. Number 87. The Statue of Liberty construction. In the late 1800s, the French people presented the United States with the remarkable gift of the Statue of Liberty, symbolizing various commemorations through its construction. Number 86. A historic discovery. Renowned archivist Josephine Cobb unearthed this singular photograph of Abraham Lincoln at the Gettysburg event, meticulously preserved within the National Archives' extensive collection. Number 85. Judicial Proceedings in Wild West Saloon. In the untamed frontier of 1800 Texas, Judge Roy Bean, a singular figure, presided over legal matters with unmatched flamboyance and eccentricity within the confines of his Wild West saloon. Number 84. Mobsters conceal identities at Al Capone's trial. In 1931, individuals associated with organized crime concealed their identities during Al Capone's trial. Despite their involvement in heinous criminal activities, they exhibited apprehension in the presence of cameras. Number 83. Futuristic fashion. A glimpse into the past's vision of the future, capturing the era's optimism through innovative attire, reflecting a timeless fascination with evolving aesthetics. Number 82. Athletic preparation for the 1896 Olympics. In anticipation of the inaugural modern Olympics in April 1896, 3 dedicated athletes engaged in rigorous training. With 241 male participants representing 14 nations, history was in the making in Athens, Greece. Number 81. Historic encounter. This touching photograph captures the historic moment when Helen Keller, a remarkable advocate for the deaf and blind, extended an invitation to President Dwight Eisenhower for a momentous meeting. Number 80. Resilient youth of Bergen-Belsen. In April 1945, upon the liberation of Bergen-Belsen concentration camp, approximately 500 children emerged as survivors, while others were liberated from trains and various camps and subsequently relocated. Number 79. American Anti-Suffrage Union. In 1919, the American Anti-Suffrage Union existed, emphasizing the significance of acknowledging that American women were deprived of voting rights until 1920, despite our modern-day voting privileges. Number 78. Integration efforts. In 1944, the U.S. Army Nurse Corps took gradual steps to augment its ranks with African-American nurses, resulting in a mere 247 by year-end, indicating persistent underrepresentation. Number 77. Japanese Americans awaiting relocation to internment camps. Amidst historical circumstances, Japanese Americans found themselves compelled to relocate to internment camps, characterized by prison-style encampments, an enduring chapter in American history lasting until 1946. Number 76. Geronimo and Shirakawa Apache prisoners. Among the Shirakawa Apache prisoners depicted in this historic image is the renowned Apache leader and medicine man Geronimo, positioned third from the right in the front row. Number 75. Soldiers and their mule in World War I. In World War I, soldiers and their mules donned gas masks amidst the deployment of lethal chemicals such as chlorine and mustard gas, employed in strategic endeavors against opposing forces. Number 74. MGM lion Jackie and his iconic roar. This image showcases the historical recording of the iconic roar by the lion named Jackie, immortalized at the outset of the cinematic classic, The Wizard of Oz. Number 73. The aerial philanthropist. In the backdrop of a New York City skyscraper, amidst the tumult of World War I, an ingenious individual devised audacious stunts to bolster war relief funds in 1918, earning the moniker the Human Squirrel. Number 72. Capone's Depression-era philanthropy. During the Great Depression, destitute men queued patiently at a Chicago soup kitchen overseen by notorious gangster Al Capone, exemplifying an unexpected act of benevolence amidst tumultuous times. Number 71. Injured soldier amidst the American Civil War. This wounded soldier, a heart-rending subject within Matthew Brady's extensive photographic documentation of the American Civil War, represents a profound testament to the era's harrowing experiences. Number 70. Monarch's amusing exchange with U.S. presidents. Queen Elizabeth II shares a light-hearted moment with President Reagan, eliciting laughter during a speech. Her historic interactions spanned 12 American presidents, from Truman to Trump. Number 69. Young laborer contemplating through factory window. In the year 1908, a poignant depiction emerges as a juvenile laborer gazes pensively through a factory window. This heartbreaking scene underscores the significance of the 1904 establishment of the National Child Labor Committee, which dispatched investigators to scrutinize the deplorable conditions endured by child laborers. Number 68. Youthful observer of lunar exploration. In this scene, a young boy named Jay Bodner engages in the act of avidly observing televised lunar photographs, captured by the Ranger 9 spacecraft mere moments before its fateful collision with a substantial lunar crater. Number 67. Marion Lovell, engaged in Apollo 13, crisis monitoring. This photograph captures Marion Lovell, the wife of Apollo 13 astronaut James A. Lovell, deeply engrossed in monitoring a broadcast outlining the perilous challenges confronting the mission's crew. Number 66. Resilient young news vendor. In 1910, a resilient boy named Michael, depicted in the photograph, was discovered selling newspapers amidst a torrential rainstorm shortly after recuperating from his second episode of pneumonia. Number 65. Miss Agnes O'Loughlin. In this vintage photograph, Miss Agnes O'Loughlin, an avid wave enthusiast of the 1920s, is captured alongside her faithful canine companion as they embark on the challenging quest for the perfect waves, a formidable endeavor in those bygone days. Number 64. The atomic bombing of Nagasaki. On August 1945, a pivotal event unfolded as the 21-kiloton plutonium device, codenamed Fat Man, was deployed on Nagasaki, marking a critical moment in history. Number 63. Elizabeth Eckford. Elizabeth Eckford, a pivotal figure in civil rights history, bravely integrated into Little Rock, Arkansas's all-white Central High School in 1956, alongside 8 fellow students known as the Little Rock Nine. Number 62. Arresting an armed robber. In this historical image, captured on April 3, 1950, a daring would-be purse snatcher is incapacitated by a gunshot from a newly introduced non-lethal colored projectile weapon available for civilian purchase in Germany, where firearm possession by civilians is prohibited. Number 61. Her Majesty's Youth. In this circa 1942 photograph, Queen Elizabeth is portrayed as a youthful girl, a striking juxtaposition to the mature and regal image she later became, exemplifying her transformation over time. Number 60. Japanese Officers Group Portrait. This photograph, captured by pioneering photographer Felicia Beato in the late 1860s, depicts a dignified group of Japanese officers, showcasing their daily lives in East Asia. Number 59. 1865 Abolitionist Leadership. In 1865, Frederick Douglass emerged as a prominent national figure in the abolitionist movement, revered for his unwavering commitment to the cause. Recognized as a resolute leader, Douglass exemplified purposeful dedication throughout his activism, leaving an indelible mark on the fight against slavery. Number 58. Santa Claus's historical visit to Chicago. In the historical photograph, Santa Claus, during his 1902 visits to Chicago, showcases a departure from the familiar plump figure and classic red attire, revealing his earlier slender incarnations. Number 57. Okoso Watari. Watari, a 17-year-old hairdresser hailing from Yedo, Japan, serves the esteemed officers of the Tycoon Embassy in Paris. Notably, his attire boasts a conspicuous sword, adding an intriguing dimension to his role in this diplomatic setting. Number 56. Betty Page. Amid the 1950s, Betty Page, a timeless beauty, graced the beach with her presence. Although celebrated for her modeling, she remained a profoundly private figure, dedicating herself to this artistry for only a brief span. Number 55. Soviet laborers' liberation. On April 1945, a photograph captures the tumultuous scene of liberated Soviet slave laborers being rescued from a burning structure, set ablaze by a German policeman in an attempt to dispose of laborers. Number 54. Lava cruise in New York City. In this captivating image captured by Inka Marath during the 1950s, molten lava flows gracefully courses through the urban landscape of New York City, a moment immortalized for Life magazine's assignment. Number 53. Elegance amidst the Eiffel Tower. In this captivating colorized photograph from the early 1950s, the transcendent beauty of Brigitte Bardot shines as she graces Paris with her timeless allure in front of the iconic Eiffel Tower. Number 52. September Farewell Portrait. In this photograph captured on September 1939, English soldiers gather on a train platform before departing for the front. Despite their youthful, smiling faces, this image starkly contrasts the grim reality of the perilous journey that awaits them, highlighting the profound sacrifices of wartime service. Number 51. Einstein's iconic attire. Renowned physicist Albert Einstein donned his Levi's Menlo Cossack leather jacket consistently throughout the 1930s, a period that marked his ascendancy as the preeminent scientist on a global scale. Number 50. Portrait of Young Patriot. 3-year-old Toronto resident Jose Morel Grenay Stein, adorned in a meticulously tailored regulation service uniform, ardently demonstrates unwavering support for the wartime endeavors on the home front, captured in 1914. Number 49. War-torn soldiers finding solace in laughter. In 1950, amidst the Korean War, soldiers found respite from the harrowing battlefield at the Bob Hope Show in Seoul, Korea. In this touching image, their laughter serves as a powerful antidote, momentarily erasing the haunting memories of bullets and fear, emphasizing the healing power of hum hour. Number 48. Resilience amidst adversity. This evocative photograph captures the indomitable spirit of Londoners on December 25, 1940, as they come together in an underground shelter to celebrate Christmas, symbolizing unity and resilience during a time of terror. Number 47. Canine parachute training in WW2. During the Second World War, amid a total of 1944 animals enlisted for various wartime roles, the exceptional practice of training dogs for parachute missions emerged, marking a unique chapter in military history. Number 46. Salvador Dali's creative involvement in Destino. In 1945, the eminent surrealist artist Salvador Dali not only authored the script, but also made substantial contributions to storyboarding the unfinished cartoon film, Destino. Notably, this collaborative endeavors with Walt Disney took place during a challenging financial period for Disney in the aftermath of World War II. Number 45. Liberation of Western Europe. On June 5, 1944, the Allied forces launched a monumental operation as the eyes of the world watched. They stormed the beaches of Normandy, determined to liberate Western Europe from Nazi Germany's grip. Number 44. Illustrious Russian Grand Duchesses. Renowned for their enduring presence in historical discourse, the Grand Duchesses of Russia, Olga, Tatiana, Maria, and Anastasia, have captivated the minds of scholars for generations. Number 43. Iconic entertainer. Actress Betty White's unparalleled television career spanning over 8 remarkable decades earned her the esteemed title of the First Lady of Television, making her the longest-reigning figure in the industry's history. Number 42. JFK's 1960 West Virginia campaign. In 1960, John F. Kennedy embarked on a vigorous campaign in the West Virginia hills, diligently advocating for the rural population's concerns. His unwavering commitment endeared him to the state's residents. Number 41. Vietnam War tunnel reconnaissance. In the 1950s, during the Vietnam War, a courageous tunnel rat, armed with a suppressed revolver, prepares to enter a Viet Cong tunnel, tasked not only with reconnaissance, but also the perilous duty of finding and disarming deadly mines underground. Number 40. Life amidst horrors. In Buchenwald concentration camp on April 16, 1945, daily existence was an unending nightmare, with each day ushering in a fresh wave of wretched experiences for its inmates. Number 39. Royal cousins. In the realm of royalty, Nicholas II and George V, though strikingly similar in appearance, transcended their physical resemblance to forge a profound and enduring friendship during an era steeped in regal grandeur. Number 38. Fidel Castro's pivotal New York sojourn. In 1959, Fidel Castro's pre-infamy visit to New York City marked a significant moment in history. Before becoming public enemy number uno, he basked in the city's adulation, symbolizing a crucial juncture in his political journey. Number 37. Robin Williams at 27. In 1978, the 27-year-old Robin Williams embarked on a pivotal journey to Studio 54, just weeks after the success of Mork and Mindy, marking a momentous chapter in his burgeoning career in the bustling metropolis of New York. Number 36. Babe Ruth's National Guard Service. In 1924, Babe Ruth, a renowned baseball legend, enlisted in the National Guard. Despite his military affiliation, Ruth dedicated the majority of his time to his beloved sport, remaining a formidable presence on the baseball diamond while serving his country. Number 35. Anti-fascist militia combatant. On July 18, 1936, in response to the insurgency led by General Francisco Franco against Spain's democratically elected government, an anti-fascist militia fighter emerged as a staunch defender of democracy. Number 34. Agricultural collaboration. In the 1940s, farm operations remained a familial endeavor, characterized by collective efforts to ensure the successful planting and cultivation of crops. This image captures the spirit of unity as family members collaborate diligently, epitomizing the quintessential bean picker of the era. Number 33. The illustrious legacy of Muhammad Bakish. Muhammad Bakish, a formidable Pahalwan of British India during the early 20th century, achieved unparalleled success as an undefeated wrestling champion, leaving an indelible mark on the sport's history in 1910. Number 32. Yugoslav partisans' evacuation. In 1943, Lepa Radic, a Yugoslav partisan, expressed her unwavering loyalty, disavowing treason, and prophesying her comrades' retribution as she was evacuated, leaving an indelible mark on history. Number 31. Radio's inaugural audiences. In the backdrop of dire living and lab-hour conditions, Soviet peasants in 1928 experienced their inaugural radio broadcast, marking a pivotal moment in communication history. Number 30. Skyline spectacle. In 1934, atop the Empire State Building, acrobats Charlie Smith, Jewel Waddick, and Jimmy Carrigan crafted a remarkable human sculpture, epitomizing acrobatic prowess amidst the New York City skyline. Number 29. FDR's tenure as Assistant Secretary of the Navy. In 1913, predating his presidency, Franklin D. Roosevelt assumed the role of Assistant Secretary of the Navy, a pivotal position in his early political career, which would ultimately shape his leadership during World War. Number 28. Liberation of concentration camp survivors. In 1945, as the Allied forces closed in, survivors of concentration camps, sensing impending liberation, faced the Germans' desperate attempt to transport them on 3 trains, each carrying 2,500 prisoners. Number 27. Early philanthropic endeavors. A 14-year-old Eleanor Roosevelt in 1898, captured in a school photograph. Shortly after, she embarked on her journey as a dedicated volunteer teacher, aiding impoverished immigrant children in the city. Number 26. Battle of Britain. A young British girl finds herself amidst the rubble and debris following the Battle of Britain in 1940, seeking solace with her only companion, a cherished stuffed animal. Number 25. Finnish civilians seeking shelter during Helsinki air raid. Amid the protracted 1939-1944 Russo-Finnish conflict, Finnish civilians hurriedly retreated to a bomb shelter in Helsinki as the wailing air raid sirens announced the approach of Soviet bombers on November 30, 1939. Number 24. Oswald Mosley struck during 1937 speech. Renowned British Union of Fascists leader Oswald Mosley encountered 2 projectiles hurled by audience members while addressing an assembly of 8,000 people on October 1937, following his delivery of a fascist salute. Number 23. World War II American soldier in European church. In this evocative photograph, an American soldier, immersed in the awe-inspiring ambience of a European church in 1945, offers a profound glimpse into the wartime era and the appreciation of priceless art. Number 22. Kennedy campaign and election victory. Senator John F. Kennedy and his wife, Jacqueline Kennedy, embarked on a vigorous campaign trail in New York in October 1960. Their relentless efforts culminated in John F. Kennedy's historic election as the President of the United States on November 8, 1960, Number 21. Apprenticeship in Morgantown. In Morgantown, West Virginia, a youthful apprentice in October 1908 acquired valuable trade skills under the guidance of his mentor, who commenced his career at the same tender age and has since dedicated 3 decades to the company. Number 20. One centenarian patriot. In 1864, William Hutchings, aged 100, posed for a photograph, a revered survivor of the American Revolutionary War. Enlisting at 15, he valiantly defended his state's coastal regions in a heroic display of unwavering dedication. Number 19. Pioneer's self-portrait. In 1957, an individual ingeniously employed a wooden rod as a remote shutter release mechanism to capture a self-portrait using early photographic equipment, marking a pioneering moment in self-documentation. Number 18. Iconic tragedy. This image shows the wreckage of James Dean's Porsche 550 Spyder in Cholame, California, USA on September 30, 1955, where the young actor's life ended en route to the hospital. Number 17. Embrace amid uncertainty. In 1945, amidst the historic backdrop of Hyde Park in London, an American soldier tenderly kisses his girlfriend on the verdant grass, their hearts weighed with the uncertainty of reuniting. Number 16. Pupils of the Forest Grove Indian Training School. In the late 19th century, young male students at the Forest Grove Indian Training School in India received comprehensive instruction in the art of blacksmithing, as depicted in this historical photograph. Number 15. Commune of Paris. In 1871, during the Commune of Paris, a fortified barricade was erected at the intersection of Rue Westfroy and Rue de Charonne on March 18th, serving as a symbol of resistance and civic unrest. Number 14. Holy Roman Empire Crown. A U.S. soldier on April 3, 1945, inside a cave in Siegen, Germany, wearing the Holy Roman Empire crown, which was appropriated by the Nazis in Austria in 1938. Number 13. Citizens welcoming American airlift deliveries. In 1948, amidst the Berlin blockade by Soviet troops, the people of West Berlin warmly greeted American planes delivering vital food supplies, marking a significant moment in history. The crisis concluded on May 12, 1949. Number 12. Liberated Jewish prisoners. In 1945, as World War II neared its end, the Nazis sought to evacuate concentration camps before Allied forces arrived. This poignant image captures a group of Jewish prisoners liberated from a death train. Number 11. Aerial snapshot of Paris camp. A historical photograph captured in 1916, part of an aerial photography album showcasing the Paris camp from an elevated perspective. Number 10. MiG-21, crash on Catbus apartment block. In 1975, a MiG-21 aircraft of the East German Armed Forces tragically crashed into a residential apartment block in Number 9, George Carlin's 1972 arrest. George Carlin's detainment on May 27, 1972, stemmed from his performance of the provocative routine 7 Words You Can Never Say on Television, infringing Wisconsin's obscenity laws. Number 8. Serbian soldiers rest amidst World War I. Tragedy. In the turbulent years between 1914 and 1918, a Serbian soldier finds respite on the front lines near Belgrade, where his father visits. Serbia bore a devastating loss of 25% of its population, both from battlefield casualties and civilian massacres. Number 7. Titanic's stern. Renowned newspaper photographer Thomas Barker skillfully documented the Titanic's stern during her short stay in Queenstown, Ireland, on April 11, 1912, immortalizing a pivotal moment in maritime history. Number 6. German troops hoisting the Nazi flag. In 1941, following the capture of Athens by the German 2nd Panzer Division, the iconic Acropolis saw the ceremonial raising of the Nazi German flag, symbolizing their triumph. It's time for today's subscriber pick. This historical photograph captures an unsettling moment from the early 20th century, depicting a man wielding a diminutive firearm, inflicting apparent harm upon another individual. Concurrently, an injured woman is depicted in a hospital setting. This image provides a glimpse into the possible complexities of gun violence during that era, offering a compelling lens into the socio-cultural aspects of the time. Let us know what you think about what we just showed you. Number 5. Iconic gathering of scientific luminaries. Albert Einstein, Hideki Yukawa, John Wheeler, and J. Bapa, 1954. A singular photograph immortalizing a convergence of brilliant scientific minds, an indelible moment in history. Number 4. U.S. soldier amidst coordinated attack. In 1965, amidst a coordinated assault by North Vietnamese and Viet Cong forces on South Vietnam, a U.S. soldier sprints past a blazing Saigon residence, emblematic of the turbulent conflict. Number 3. Post-Kargil conflict burial. In the aftermath of the 1999 Kargil War, Indian military personnel were observed conducting a solemn burial ceremony for numerous deceased Pakistani soldiers, whose remains Pakistan had declined to repatriate. Number 2. Portland's Lewis and Clark Centennial Exposition. In 1943, a group of children gathered in front of the iconic forestry building, once the world's largest log cabin, built in 1905 for Portland's Lewis and Clark Centennial Exposition. Tragically, it succumbed to flames in 1964. Number 1. Child labor in Dunbar, Louisiana. In Dunbar, Louisiana, circa 1911, 4-year-old Mary diligently shucks 2 pots of oysters daily alongside her mother, the swiftest shucker in the vicinity. Mary's mother, juggling childcare, earns a modest $1.5 per day. Which hidden historical photo do you find the most emotionally impactful? Let us know in the comments below.